think the thing I remember most about Clint Eastwood is that a year or so later,
Robert Urich, famous for his tough guy roles on TV, faced a real-life battle he couldn't win. That led to his and Amp, his wife's tragic death. So, join us today as we uncover the tragic story of Robert Urich and his wife. Why did they face such a heartbreaking fate? Let's find out in this video. Robert Michael Urich, popular for his detective roles in TV series like VEGA and Spenser, For Hire was a famous American actor and TV producer. During his 30-year career in Hollywood, he acted in a record-breaking 15 TV shows. Later, he was married to actress Heather Menzies for several decades, known for her role in The Sound of Music. However, their lives took a tragic turn. Despite his unfortunate end, Urich enjoyed fame and consistent work in the entertainment industry. His television career began in 1973 with a small role in Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. He then appeared in SWAT in 1975, where he scored a major role in the action crime drama series. Urich joined the primetime comedy Soap, which parodied popular soap operas but had his character killed off after a season, leading to greater opportunities in his career. After his role on Soap ended, Robert Urich found a significant career breakthrough when he portrayed Dan Tana, a private detective, in the hit series VEGA in 1978. This show aired on ABC from 1978 to June 1981, propelled Urich to greater recognition, established him as a tough, no-nonsense investigator in the eyes of the audience, and earned him 2 Golden Globe Award nominations. Despite its relatively short run, VEGA left a lasting impression of Urich as a tough guy. He later took on a similar role as the title character in Spenser, For Hire, based on Robert B. Parker's Spenser book series. This show ran from 1985 to 1988. Further contributing to Urich's success in television. Following the conclusion of Spenser, For Hire, Urich continued to secure sporadic roles on television. However, his most challenging and personal case was still ahead, one that even he couldn't solve. Later in 1988, he began hosting a documentary series called National Geographic Explorer and won a Cable AC Award for his exceptional work. He also received a Golden Boot Award for his contributions to Western TV series and films. In 1993, Urich won an Emmy for narrating a nature documentary. Surprisingly, he didn't even know about his nomination and victory until the Emmy was delivered to his home by FedEx. In 1996, he starred in The Lazarus Man. Unfortunately, this show was cancelled after he revealed that he had been diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, a rare form of cancer. Urich was upfront about his condition with the production company, expressing his need for treatment while remaining committed to performing. They agreed to let him continue, but regrettably cancelled the show before its 2nd season. This marked the beginning of a challenging and tragic period in Urich's life. Despite his illness, Urich continued his career and actively raised funds for cancer research. Miraculously, he was declared cancer-free in 1998 and returned to television in the UPN series Love Boat: The Next Wave. In 2000, he made his debut on Broadway as Billy Flynn in the musical Chicago. Regrettably, his final role was in the NBC sitcom Emerald in 2001. And the same year, Robert Urich took legal action against Castle Rock Television, the production company, seeking approximately $1.5 million. However, despite this lawsuit, Urich remained remarkably cordial and opted to settle out of court for an undisclosed amount. According to him, the dispute was simple, and he considered everyone involved to be good people. Sadly, Urich's life was not destined to shine much longer with his positive outlook. Tragically, Robert Urich lost his battle with synovial cell sarcoma in 2002, leaving behind his wife, Heather Menzies, who had stood by his side throughout his challenging journey. The couple had been married for over 25 years and faced the battle against cancer together until the end. However, Urich's passing would not mark the end of Menzies' personal struggle with the relentless adversary known as cancer. But before delving into her story, let's take a brief look at Heather Menzies herself. Further, Heather Menzies, despite her role in the beloved film The Sound of Music, never achieved the same stardom as her husband, Robert Urich. Nonetheless, she was exceptionally talented. Her journey into show business began when her family relocated from Canada to Los Angeles when she was just a teenager. Menzies secured her part in The Sound of Music at the young age of 14, which was arguably her most significant role. After this breakthrough, she continued to find sporadic work in the entertainment industry. Intriguingly, on the set of a commercial for Libby's corned beef hash, Menzies first crossed paths with her future husband. Combining her acting and ballerina skills, she excelled in any job she undertook. Her career included minor roles in television programs like Bonanza, Dragnet, and The Bob Newhart Show. She also accumulated a few feature film credits, including appearances in Piranha and The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Despite her proficiency in acting and dancing, Menzies discovered her true passion when she met Robert Urich. Her focus shifted toward her family rather than her career. Heather Menzies and Robert Urich had 3 children together and nurtured one of Hollywood's most secure and healthy relationships despite the hardships they would ultimately endure. Their close bond explains why Menzies became incredibly passionate about cancer-related issues. She dedicated her life to establishing the Robert Urich Foundation after her husband's passing. Later, she dedicated her life to the Robert Urich Foundation, a passion project created to advance research on sarcoma, the disease that took her husband's life. It helped her find purpose after the loss of her beloved husband, Robert. However, her fight against cancer would soon take on a profound personal significance. In 2017, Menzies received a devastating diagnosis of brain cancer. At that point, she had only 4 weeks left to live. Despite the grim prognosis, Menzies displayed incredible courage and determination. On Christmas Eve of 2017, Heather Menzies passed away. But she was not alone. She was surrounded by the family which she and Robert Urich had built together. Their 3 children were by her side until the very end, mirroring Menzies' unwavering support for her husband over 15 years prior. Many might find it ironic that a woman who had shown incredible strength in helping her husband through his battle with cancer, dedicating the remaining years of her life to fighting the disease, would ultimately succumb to it herself. Her passing was a tragedy, but it carried a glimmer of hope. In the end, Heather Menzies likely faced her own death without much fear, for she would be reunited with her beloved husband, Robert Urich. Despite the tragic nature of their decades-long battle with cancer, there's a sense of bittersweet closure to their story. Cancer is a disease that continues to affect people worldwide, both famous and unknown. Yet, there's hope that the love and tireless efforts left behind by Urich and Menzies, whether separately or together, can help some of the suffering for future generations. The Robert Urich Foundation still carries their pledge, managed by the couple's children, including their son, Ryan Urich. Ryan chose to become a doctor, inspired by his parents' experiences, with the aspiration to make a difference for those facing a similar fate. While the story of Robert Urich and his wife, Heather Menzies, is laden with pain and sorrow, it's equally filled with love and hope. They loved each other passionately until the very end, and even beyond, as Heather devoted her life to battling the disease that had taken her husband. Their marriage exemplified extraordinary perseverance and love, a rarity in any relationship, especially one under the constant public gaze. For over 2 decades, they weathered the storms of life together, and their love continued to flourish even after they were gone. They kept their flame alive by dedicating their lives to helping others who faced similar pain. With this, we have come to an end. This is the tragic story of Robert Urich and Heather Menzies, which is a poignant reminder of both, emerging from the same source, a testament to the enduring power of love and the fight against insurmountable odds. Comment below your views and subscribe for more.